From never-seen-before tower skins to an extra elixir bar letting players store up to 11 elixir, here are 69 Clash Royale facts that you probably don't know about. We all know that tower skins were launched with the Pass Royale, right? But did you know that the first ever tower skin in Clash Royale was actually launched in December 2016? In partnership with Red, a great cause to help fight AIDS, Clash Royale launched a Red King tower skin which was only made available that month. The skin could be unlocked by purchasing it from the shop, and all the revenue earned from it would go towards the noble cause of fighting the disease. Good job, Supercell! Did you know that in the early days of Clash Royale, legendary cards didn't spin like today when you obtained them from chests? Everyone loves the king emotes, right? But did you know that these emotes had different sounds before? Listen for yourself. You probably don't remember, but there were actually 7 training battles instead of 3 when a player first installed Clash Royale back when the game was launched. Draft chests were awarded to each player after season end based on the league they finished in. Later on, they were removed for some reason. I hope they can bring those back. The game used to show the message, "Opponent left the match," if your opponent closed the game in the middle of a battle for some reason. There used to be a total of 12 achievements in the game which would reward you with XP and gems. Each achievement gave you a set amount of Google Play Games XP points too. In the old days of Clash Royale, battles and even friendly battles used to cost gold. Glad that was removed. The cannon and mortar used to cost 6 elixir during the game's launch, and they would remain in the arena for an unbelievable 60 seconds after deployment. Before April 2018, all the members of the clan would work together to earn crowns for the infamous clan chest. The higher the tier of the clan chest, the better the rewards. What's your favorite clan memory? Comment down below. In early 2016, Supercell introduced a feature called Elixir Overcharge, which would let you gain up to 0.9 elixir extra once your elixir bar hits 10. Quite interesting. Before the Healed Spirit, there was the Healed Spell. It was removed from the game for being extremely difficult to balance, and it was the only time Clash Royale ever deleted a card. The Rage spell used to cost 3 elixir, but its radius was huge back then. Oh, who can forget the nasty Elite Barbs and Rage combo? The April 2022 update enabled the mirror to deploy cards that were 2 levels higher than the original. This made the mirror extremely broken, and the change was reverted in a couple of months. Back in 2016, you could activate your opponent's king if you placed a log on their bomb tower. That is surely a dumb way to lose. The Musketeer originally used to cost 5 elixir, but just a month after the game's release, it was reduced to 4 elixir to make her more viable. Remember the daily quests which used to give rewards such as gold, cards, and quest points? Those quest points could be used to unlock special chests too. The Fire Spirits used to come in a pack of 3 before Supercell reduced their count to 1. There was a time when the Executioner was literally game-breaking. It was buffed with a 98% damage increase and will literally destroy any upcoming push. Did you know that the 3 Musketeers used to cost 10 elixir? Quite an overspend, I would say. In the good old days, Furnace used to spawn 2 Fire Spirits instead of 1. Oh, it was way broke back then. The 3rd level of the second card mastery task used to award 250 gems, but in June 2023, it was later changed to award gold instead. Yikes, what a terrible change. The original count of barbarians was 4. However, in March 2019, the count was increased to 5. Before the actual legendary arena was introduced in the game, the Hog Mountain served as the final legendary arena. A recent Clash Royale comic strip reveals that the log has the ability to talk. Whoa! Did you know that the P.E.K.K.A used to take 3 seconds to deploy, similar to a golem? Also, it takes only 3 seconds to like and subscribe, so why not do it right now? The old clone spell used to deploy the clone troops by the side of the original troops instead of the back. The skeletons were 4 in number. Boy, that was a golden period in Clash Royale. The Mini P.E.K.K.A was supposed to be an epic card, while the Prince was meant to be a rare card. The original crown chest used to reset every 24 hours and was unlocked if the player managed to collect 10 crowns each day. A Sparky double shot glitch in 2016 enabled it to shoot twice without any reset. Imagine the horror! The skeleton army used to cost 4 elixir and had a total of 21 skeletons. The Freeze at one point was the most broken card in Clash Royale. It had the same area area of effect as arrows and used to freeze enemy troops for like forever. During the Clash Royale beta launch, Expo used to target both air and ground troops. Because of an unintended game mechanic, the old Sparky used to rotate 360 degrees, sometimes after shooting. Pretty cool. Goblin Barrel used to have spawn damage and cost 4 elixir. It was later changed to 3 elixir, and we know someone was definitely happy out there. Players could get free wooden chests every 4 hours. Ah, the good old wooden chest. Who could forget the happiness of pulling a legendary card out of it? The Super Magical Chest was once the #1 chest in the game, and it cost 4,200 gems. And even then, there was no guarantee of getting a legendary card out of it. Later, it got replaced by a new Mega Lightning chest. Legendary cards used to cost a whopping 40,000 gold in the shop. Oof. There was an Executioner Axe glitch in 2016 because of which the Executioner's axe would vanish in the arena. It was like magic. There used to be no tiebreakers in the game. That means you or your opponent could escape with a draw by just defending all game. Fortunately, tiebreakers were added later on in the game. Just like Gold Rush, there used to be a Gem Rush which awarded 250 gems to players. But apparently, Supercell might have found the Gem Rush to be too rewarding, and we haven't seen one in so many years. Imagine your opponent spamming emotes and you can do nothing about it. Well, this was the case when there was no limit to emote spam in the game. You couldn't mute emotes as well, which turned out to be really annoying for the players. Thankfully, the mute button exists now. In 2016, the Royal Giant had an insane shooting range that would make a princess blush. There was a time when Giant Skeleton's Death Bomb dealt the same damage to troops and Crown Tower. Imagine the chaos that bomb would cause today. The old Tornado had a really weak pull strength, which made the card quite useless against beatdown decks. In June 2021, Royal Giant became the only card in the game in which an emote was changed, though the previous version was much better in my opinion. In the original Clan Wars, players had to battle to unlock cards for the whole clan on day 1, and then build a deck using only those cards to battle on day 2. Do you think Clan Wars 1 was better than the current version we have? In 2016, Poison used to slow down troops, but this ability was taken away during a nerf. 5 years later, Supercell gave back the slowdown effect to Poison in order to make the card viable again. According to The Art of Supercell, which is Supercell's official book, the Giant was originally supposed to be blue. The old Pass Royale used to cost $5 and would give a book of books and a magic coin. Talk about value! Back in the early days, tombstones started spawning giant skeletons and expos were targeting your own towers. Later, it was revealed to be an April Fool's meme. Thank God! Imagine if that was permanent. Arrows used to have one single powerful volley, rather than 3. They would also deploy much slower. In the early concept art of the game, there were wizard towers instead of princess towers. Boy, would that have been so cool. The dragon from Clash of Clans was originally planned to be in Clash Royale, but because it was too large and would have covered a major portion of the arena, it was replaced by the baby dragon. This is also mentioned in the Art of Supercell. The old Executioner art was quite scary looking and suited the card much better. After all, he is an Executioner. The Helsinki tournament was the first official Clash Royale tournament in which Jason won $10,000 using his famous giant deck.
And he's going to take down the third tower as well. There's nothing left. The arrows come in, and that is that.
What
Jason.
an amazing way to finish this tournament.
You know what's better than $10,000 though? 10,000 subs! Yes, we did it! A big thank you to all of you for supporting the channel so passionately. Color-coded names used to exist in the game. People found out that if you used a certain code during your in-game name change, you can actually have a colored name. This was later patched. There used to be an old goblin in a shop holding a pocket watch. I wonder where he is now. Any guesses? A glitch in 2016 enabled the Expo to be immortal to any spell damage if an ice golem was placed next to it. That was surely a frustrating time. In April 2023, there was a mega draft season instead of a regular ladder season. Surely, many people would prefer that over this meta nowadays. The OG Golem used to wear a Team Colors collar around his neck, but now all it has are some ugly crystals. What a downgrade. Before June 2017, there was no option to copy decks from TV Royale. That was surely an inconvenience. In a special Clash Royale season back in September 2022, the Barbarians card image and render were made pixelated for a month. Zappies originally targeted only ground troops, and it was not until a month after their release that they were given the ability to target air units too. The original Flying Machine's card render used to look like this. It was also meant to be called Dart Barrel. Did you know that there was once a glitch which enabled you to clone the goblin drill? The glitch was pretty useless though, since it only cloned it, but there were no goblins coming out of it. The barbarian barrel used to cost 3 elixir. It could also knock back troops, and in some rare situations, even deal damage to the king tower. When the mighty miner was first released, there was a glitch circulating around which made the mighty miner appear invisible to all troops and towers as soon as he was about to die. Similar to this glitch, did you know that there have been many other game-breaking glitches in Clash Royale? Some of them even resulted in permanent bans of thousands of players. Click on this video to find out more about them.